found in the Southern American highlands, loyal and diligent to its masters. An alpaca is one lovely creature indeed. Maybe that is why the World Scholars Cup mascot is an alpaca. Being a scholar of the World Scholars Cup, in my words, means to stay loyal to your hard work and diligent to the preparation that you plan. Greetings to one and all. It's Srijay Subedi, the webinar coordinator of a UNIPACA event, an interactive session initiated by the Uniglobe World Scholars Cup Club with an aim to educate future scholars and provide a platform to amateur ones for sharing their valuable experiences. Without much abstract, let's begin with the objectives.
We aim to help scholars to navigate their strengths and combat ways to eradicate the weaknesses. We want to encourage young scholars to debate and educate them with basic WSC decorums as well as formalities. In the end of the session, we will send study materials for the event as well. However, the main motive for this session would be to make scholars independent enough to create and explore their own methods of preparation. We would like to thank our mentor, Mr. Himanta Sapkota, who guided us through all sorts of regional, global, and the Tournament of Champions during the last WSC season. I myself, as the organizer of this UNIPACA, Srijay Subedi, who is the coordinator for this event, Binayak Rajgurung, who helped to manage this event. And without a further ado, let's get into the basics of the WSC. So at first, we have regional rounds.
So first of all, a regional round is the basic round of WSC in your local area or region. It's usually done for a country or state. It has a smaller size in compared to the global rounds or the Tournament of Champions. Last time, the Kathmandu round had just over 700 participants, which was one of the largest regional round, but still it holds students in a minimum capacity. It's hosted in a national level, which means that schools and institutions from all around the country with students studying in grade 1 to 12 can participate in this program. The award is given to top 10 individuals. And after your team is selected in this round, by monitoring each of your individual people's performance, then they will give you an opportunity to visit the globals.
Kathmandu round was my second experience with the WSC event as a whole, because I had participated in the Kathmandu regional rounds. When the competition reopened, I had convinced my friends enough that we should really prepare for this. We worked really hard. We had debate practice sessions. We made our own Quizlets, and we even went on to research various kinds of materials on the internet.
I've written those memories in my golden books. I mean, I can't relive them, but I surely can remember them throughout my life. It's a great way to understand all about different kinds of schools and communities.
A big shout out to Srijay for working so hard on the writing paper. Srijay, do you remember the writing section where you had written all those chemical formulas?
Yeah, the collaborative round was pretty memorable for me. I mean, I always wanted to stand out in front of all the participants. So one idea that I had was to write a chemical formula. I actually was writing an essay on science and technology, and the topic was aerosols, which is like environment manipulating chemicals. I actually thought of an idea to write a chemical formula too, which I knew from chemistry class. So yeah, I guess that helped me a lot in the collaborative round.
It was collaborative writing. It's not just about the effort, right? Because in our team specifically, when we compare the ranks, what felt was like Srijay had worked really hard on his chemical equations and stuff and all of that scientific thing. And I had worked really hard on my literary thing. But on the other hand, Binayak had something out of the box. Although it was so simple, but his rank in the writing section was way, way, way above mine. Actually, hundreds of ranks above mine.
I wrote about AI identifying as a leader in this modern world instead of normal person. So there were different kinds of pros and cons regarding to the topic. I went to explain and elaborate all kinds of stuffs, and I was basically
What was your
brainstorming and writing.
genre of the writing? Like, did you write?
It was about picking up an actual leader, and could an AI replace that leader in the near future.
So what was it, like a story?
I kind of went to that story type of narrative.
Because like my experience as in Kathmandu and then Bangkok and then Yale, what I found out was that what you need to realize is that essays are getting you nowhere.
Point of collaborative writing or any other events in the World Scholars Cup is to stay creative and always stand out from the rest of the participants.
Debates. What we did, like personally, our experiment was that we used to switch our places, right? Sometimes Shija used to be the first speaker, sometimes me, sometimes Binayak. We experimented it a lot and we won all three debates because I felt like this person could be the one that could be better off as a first speaker. Like this person could be better off as a second speaker. And at the end, what we figured out was our strengths and our weaknesses. We drew conclusions, and it was that Vinayak should be the first speaker because he's really good at delivering the initiative of the pros and cons and all of that. And then Shrije, he was the second speaker. Like he was supposed to be the second speaker of our team because he knew how to draw the conclusion out of what Vinayak said. Enough of the Kathmandu rounds. Let's move forward. Vinayak and me, we had different global rounds, so we're gonna share experience of ourselves individually. So Vinayak, why don't you go first? Talk about the recent Dubai Winter Global Round that was held in December, where you went.
Oh my God, the hot sands, the desert sands, they helped me regain my memory. It was
Wait, didn't you team up with Turkish scholars?
it was so random at first, like meeting those people, but they were friendly, super friendly and helpful. They helped with research about the topics alongside my friends who provided me initial guidelines to participate and get success in that round. So it was a great time parting with those kinds of teams, like the Turkish team.
Owen Kiani, he was my teammate in the Bangkok Global Rounds, right? And we were a two-member team, not even three. It was just two against three. And we had to team up and tackle against Malaysia, and then I think it was Indonesia itself. So he was basically competing against his country, while in his team, he had someone from Nepal. Like he was competing against people from his own city, but his teammate was from Nepal.
Participating in WSC, you meet friends from
Yeah,
around the
exactly.
globe.
No, what I mean to say is that when you participate in WSC, try to divide yourself as much as possible. Like me and Vinayak, we had to part our ways. Me and Shrija, we had to part our ways because of our own personal reasons. It was not because we conflicted or something like that, because we really have a very great bond, right? Because at that time, Vinayak in his family, he had something going on, and Shrija had something going on, and I had to go as a solo scholar. I kind of feel like it was a good idea. Like what I feel like is even if we all of us went to the Bangkok round, we should have gone as solo scholars because we get this experience of bonding with people from across the seas.
Meeting with a Turkish friend, understanding the way they interpret the topic was an even great expansion of vision for me. And this is what the main motto of World Scholars Cup is. It's to bring out scholars, the one who achieve more from all around the world into a common place and help them grind with the education. It's not always about being the kind of star kid, but it's about different kinds of people who help each other from their roots to grow into a large plant with great stems that can support the entire society.